Hello, boys and girls. My name is Threads. Now that you've had a chance to hear a little bit about my all-star team, I'd like to go one step further. Today we're going to read Teamwork. It's the first in my series of 11 books, designed to teach you skills that are going to help you succeed in life. I'd like for you to listen and read along with me as we learn a very important life lesson about coming together as a team in all that we do. It was the day of the All-Star Game. All year, players from different teams had worked hard to be the best they could be in their positions on the field. Coach Threads had invited 10 fantastic players to be on his All-Star team. But as he stood on the grassy field watching them warm up, he grew concerned. Pedro the pitcher wasn't listening to Kathy, the catcher. Gary, the third baseman, was yawning and looking at his watch. Several of the players were not working with each other, and Coach Threads could see that this wasn't a team. Not yet. He called them all into the locker room. "Welcome to the All-Star Game. You players are the best in the league, and I'm proud to have you on this team. But you aren't ready to play yet." "I'm ready," Pedro said. "I'm the best pitcher around. I could practically win this game on my own." Coach Threads rested his foot on the edge of the bench. "That's not the right attitude, Pedro. You're responsible for leading this team, and that means you have to be a good teammate before you can be a great pitcher." The clock ticked to game time. Coach gathered his players in a circle. "Okay, guys, let's win this game. But more importantly, let's become a great team." They cheered, then headed out to the field. Pedro took his position on the pitcher's mound and got ready to throw his first pitch. Kathy settled in as catcher, her mitt giving a great target. She knew the hitter from the other team and signaled to Pedro that his best choice was to throw a curveball. Pedro shook his head and instead threw a fastball. The hitter swung and hit the ball hard. It sailed out into the field, past Chen in center field. Chen ran after the ball, but it was too late. The hitter rounded the bases and scored the first run for the other team. Another hitter came up to the plate. Kathy signaled to Pedro. This time, he nodded and threw a change. The hitter swung and hit a ground ball towards Samantha, the shortstop. She picked up the ball and threw it to Freddie at first base, but he didn't set his feet and he missed it. The other team scored a second run. When the All-Stars came in at the end of the first inning, they were down by 3. The worried team gathered around Coach Threads. "We need to work together," he said. "The only way we can win is by supporting each other." "This game isn't about you," he pointed at one player. "Or you," he pointed at another. "But it's about all of us. Remember that when we're out on the field." Tony, the team's designated hitter, took his place at the plate. He swung, hit the ball, and got on base. Chen was next at bat. His base hit put Tony on second base and Chen on first. Samantha swung the bat and hit the ball sharply, and before the left fielder caught the ball, Tony and Chen had run to home, scoring 2 runs. The score was now 3-2. When the All-Stars got ready to go back into the field, they were determined to keep the other team from scoring. Threads reminded them it took a team effort. He glanced at Pedro. "Lead your team, Pedro. You set the tone." Pedro nodded. He wasn't sure he knew how to lead a team, but he was going to do his best. The first batter hit a ball past Sam at second base, and he missed it. He hung his head after the hitter ran to first base. "I should have caught that. I'm sorry I let you guys down." Samantha patted him on the shoulder. "It's okay. You tried your best, and that's what's important." The next batter swung and hit a hard ground ball toward Gary on third base. He caught the ball, then threw it quickly to Sam. A second later, Sam stepped on the base before the runner got there and tagged him out. The All-Stars cheered. When the next person stepped up to bat, Louis moved in a little closer from his position in left field. He caught the ball, giving the visitors 2 outs. With the third batter, it was Rita's turn. She dropped to one knee, caught the ground ball, and threw it to Freddie, just in time to get the runner out. Pedro jumped up and down. That was some teamwork. Great job, everyone. The next few innings, the two teams battled for the lead. The visitors scored 3 more runs, and the All-Stars scored 4. By the bottom of the 6th inning, the two teams were tied. Pedro drew the All-Stars together in the dugout. "We've got this, guys. Even if we don't win, we're a team, and like Coach said, that's what's important." The rest of the All-Stars agreed, and when Tony took his place in the batter's box, the whole team shouted encouragement. The visitors' pitcher threw the ball. Tony swung and missed. "Strike 1, the umpire called. The pitcher threw again. Tony swung too high. "Strike 2. "You can do it, Tony," Kathy called. The others echoed her words. Tony gave his team a smile, and when the third pitch came his way, he hit it hard and far. The ball sailed over the fence. Tony ran the bases, and when he reached home plate, the whole team came out to celebrate with him. In the dugout, Threads gathered all of them on the bench again. "I'm so proud of this team. You learned how to work together, to be responsible and accountable, and to communicate. That's what's important on the field and in life." The All-Stars formed a circle around their coach. "We did it!" they shouted. "The All-Stars are awesome." Coach Threads looked at his team with pride. He'd had his doubts before the game, but in the end, they had all worked together. They were going to be great players, but also great people, and he knew that was what mattered most. "Let's go get some pizzas and celebrate. We are all All-Stars." Well, there you have it, boys and girls. We've just finished with the first in my series of Threads and Friends books, and I think you've got the idea. We are all part of a team, whether it's at school, at home, or on the field. We've got to think about more than just ourselves. We should consider others in everything that we do. Now, I want you to get ready to learn a little bit more through the players you'll be meeting. They each have certain skills they'd like to share with you. So be receptive. And just remember, it's all about teamwork.